is Roy Cornett, and he will be talking about improving workplace safety and continuous measurement of respirable silica.
Hello, my name's Roy Cornett. My lab partners are Luke Salzer, Michael Wenzel, and Satchel Sabin. We work in the lab with Dr. Bolter. Our research project mainly focuses on developing a new method for measuring the total amount of fine sand particles floating in the air. These particles are called respirable silica. When inhaled, these particles cause a disease known as silicosis, which symptoms include shortness of breath, weakness, weight loss, and often leads to death. Although it is entirely untreatable, it's completely preventable. And the people most at threat for having silicosis include up to 2 million US workers working in industries such as metal foundries, sand mining and fracking, and construction work. So the two current ways for measuring if there's any silica in the air both have major flaws. The first method uses a laser scattering device, and when it takes its measurements, it measures the total amount of particles in the air. That means that there's lots of false positives. For example, at a construction site, a truck could drive past the sensor, trigger a false positive, and then the company would need to take corrective action, which costs significant amounts of money and increases the cost of complying with federal laws. The other option, which doesn't have these false positives, is called X-ray diffraction, but it requires expensive technology and expertise to run the analyses. This means that companies need to send their samples off-site, which can take up to 2 weeks to get results back. That's 2 weeks of time that the workers are exposed to the silica and corrective action isn't being taken. This is a serious problem we're facing. Our group has patented a device that we're currently working on building a prototype that measures silica in a new way. What we do is we bring a sample in from the air, and we only take the sand particles out of the air that we can inhale. We then inject those into a solution of chemicals that only glows when silica is present, so there is no false positive. We then use an existing technique called chemiluminescence, which measures light emitted from the solution fast and accurately. This gives us a response time of approximately 30 minutes compared to the 2-week response time. In conclusion, our research will lower compliance costs with federal regulations by decreasing the number of false positives, and it will also decrease the amount of time it takes for a result. This means we can take corrective action faster and protect all the workers we need. So the part that we're working on patenting is the actual device itself. So there's a lot of there's a lot of parts that need to be assembled to collect the particles accurately, and then also the chemical process that causes the solution to glow is all part of the technology that we're patenting.
So you're doing the entire process.
Yep.
And first place in science and technology for UW Eau Claire is Roy Cornett.